Okay, it's real. I traveled back to Uruguay in 1930 to witness the very first World Cup final. It was chaos. The US and many other countries refused to come because of the long ship journey, and the political climate was tense. Stay until the end, and you'll understand the bizarre story behind the first World Cup. I just landed at the port of Montevideo, Uruguay in 1930. The movement here on the docks is absolute madness with the arrival of the ships. Thousands of fans are crossing the river from Buenos Aires right now. Look at the size of this Argentine ferry that just pulled up next to us. It's impressive how everyone is dressed. Even here in the middle of the port, the men are wearing full period suits and fedora hats. Before heading to the main street, I need to find my way. I managed to get this printed port map to understand where the trams run. I just left the port area and stepped onto the main avenue. The traffic in Montevideo is completely gridlocked in a way I've never seen before. Everywhere I walk, groups of Uruguayan fans are chanting non-stop, banging on the sides of the old trams passing by. Street vendors are taking full advantage of the madness. Look over there, they are selling extra newspaper editions with Uruguay's colors. Out on the horizon, you can finally see it. That massive tower rising into the sky is the signature landmark of the Centenario Stadium. The entire world is talking about this. Who would have thought the US would crush Paraguay 3-0 to reach the semifinals? I'm heading toward the central square. It's bizarre to think that powerhouses like England and Italy refuse to travel here. Look at these clothes. Going to a match in 1930 requires maximum elegance, with everyone wearing ties and long gala dresses. Europe suffered heavily from the long ship journey. The strong French team ended up eliminated early after losing to Chile. Now I'm walking to catch the tram line heading straight north. This World Cup fever has completely taken over everything here. I managed to get on the wooden tram. It's super crowded inside, and everyone is just debating who will win the grand final. Uruguay's great hero is forward Hector. The craziest part is that he plays without his right forearm. Argentina also came in way too strong. They completely crushed the United States in the semifinals by a massive score of 6-1. In this very World Cup, an American named Bert Patenaude made history by scoring the first ever hat trick in World Cup history. The tram is already getting close to the stadium neighborhood. Look out the window at how the sidewalks are taken over by light blue flags. You won't believe this, but the referees in this World Cup officiate the matches wearing full formal suits and bow ties. There were even allegations of bribery. They say someone tried to buy off Bolivia's goalkeeper before their match against the hosts. Jules Rimet himself, the creator of the World Cup, traveled for weeks by ship, bringing the gold trophy hidden in his suitcase. This is the very first grand final broadcasted over the radio. Look at the vintage horn loudspeakers mounted on the plaza posts. I made it to the outer ticket booth area. The lines go all the way around the block, and people have been waiting since dawn. The desperation is so high that the police just arrested scalpers selling counterfeit tickets printed in underground shops. Did you know the stadium opened with the concrete still wet? Workers were pulling shifts until last night to finish the stands. The most expensive tickets are costing nearly a full month's salary for an average worker. It's an elite event. I'm getting really close to the main iron gates. In just a bit, the heavy security screening to get inside will begin. The atmosphere changed completely here at the gates. We've entered the screening area, and the police are searching absolutely everyone. You won't believe this, but the police have already confiscated dozens of revolvers from fans trying to get in armed. Even meat-cutting knives were banned. Fans usually bring food from home, but security vetoed everything today. There is a real fear that the rivalry will end in tragedy. Nearly 100 extra police officers surround the Argentine gates. My turn has come. I'm going to hand my ticket to the gatekeeper and finally step through this ancient iron turnstile. I just stepped into the internal corridors of the stadium. The echo inside here is deafening, with the screams coming from up above. The tension is so high that the Belgian referee chosen for the match demanded an escape plan and police protection just to accept the job. Look at the walls. Vintage local chocolate and cigarette brands are painted directly onto the concrete as the first World Cup ads. I'm heading up the final access ramp that leads to the stands. I can see the bright daylight shining just ahead. Wow. I just stepped out onto the top of the stands. The visual impact of this massive crowd gathered inside here is simply indescribable. I'm trying to find a place to sit down. There's a dense haze of cigar smoke everywhere, and everyone is shouting non-stop. They say there are over 90,000 people here today. It's the largest crowd South America has ever gathered. The verbal taunting between the Uruguayan and Argentine fans is intense. Good thing the police formed a human barrier between them. I managed to get into position. Take a look at the pitch down there. The teams just walked out onto the field to warm up. The teams have walked onto the pitch for real. The noise inside here is deafening. Fans are stomping their feet on the stands. But there's a bizarre problem happening. The match is delayed because both teams refuse to play with the same ball. Argentina brought their own ball and Uruguay demands theirs. Nobody is backing down for fear of a disadvantage in the leather's weight.
To resolve the standoff, the Belgian referee had to decide with a coin toss which ball will be used in each half. Argentina's ball won the toss. The first half will start with their ball, and the Argentine fans are celebrating heavily.
The match started at an incredible pace. Uruguay opened the scoring just 12 minutes in with a powerful shot by Dorado. But Argentina wasn't shaken by the goal. They are playing with their ball and have started to completely dominate the midfield.
And there's the equalizer. Pucel received it on the right wing, dribbled past the Uruguayan defense, and fired a rocket straight into the net.
The first half ends with Argentina leading 2-1. The Uruguayan stadium has fallen into an absurdly tense silence.
They better turn this around. I've got a bad feeling about this match. Just need one goal.
The second half is about to start, and now the ball has changed. It's time to use the official ball chosen by Uruguay.
With their ball, Uruguay looks like a different team. They are pressing Argentina back into their own half. And Uruguay tied it up. Pedro Saya received a perfect cross and slid it straight into the back of the net.
The comeback. 15 minutes later, Iriarte struck a spectacular shot from outside the box to make it 3-2. Argentina is desperately attacking, but Uruguay's defense is turning away every single ball like it's their last.
In the final minute of the match, Castro rose higher than everyone else and headed in Uruguay's fourth goal.
That's it. The Belgian referee blows the final whistle and Uruguay is officially the first ever champion in World Cup history. On the other side, the Argentine fans are devastated. Many are crying in silence and rolling up their flags. The president just went down to present the gold trophy into the hands of Uruguayan captain.
The madness is so huge that the government just declared tomorrow a national holiday. The party in the streets will last for days. I'm heading down the ramps to leave the stadium. People are descending the steps, chanting and banging on the concrete walls.
I just passed through the main iron gates. Night is almost falling, and the stream of people exiting is merging out there.
Look at the park avenues. Traffic has completely stopped because fans have flooded the streets to dance and wave flags.
The excitement is out of control. People are literally hitching rides on the fenders and roofs of vintage cars. I'm gonna try to walk to the nearest tram station. The entire city of Montevideo is gonna stay up all night tonight.
Victoria! Celebramos libertad! Viva!
If you're new here, subscribe and check out the channel. We have plenty of other time travel videos just like this waiting for you. See ya!